Julie Ryan, noted psychic and medical intuitive, is ready to answer your personal questions, even those you never knew you could ask. For more than 20 years, as she's developed and refined her intuitive skills, Julie used her knowledge as a successful inventor and businesswoman to help others. Now, she wants to help you grow, heal, and get the answers you've been longing to hear. Do you have a question for someone who's transitioned? Do you have a medical issue? What about your pet's health or behavior? Perhaps you have a loved one who's close to death and you'd like to know what's happening. Are you on the path to fulfill your life's purpose? No matter where you are in the world, take a journey to the other side and ask Julie Ryan.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. We got a bunch of callers on hold, so I am going to go to them. Everything's good in Sweet Home, Alabama. We'll be watching the Super Bowl this weekend. This is the last show in January of 2020, so that went fast at my house. I don't know about at your house, but it did here. And what can I tell you that's exciting? Nothing really. Just want to remind everybody to, if you want to put your name in for a drawing for a free hour appointment with me, do it this week because I will pick a winner next Thursday because it'll be the first Thursday of the month, and I do that each month as a thank you to those of you who are listening to the show. It's just something I can do to thank you. So you have to do three easy things. Follow me on Instagram at Ask Julie Ryan. Write a review for the show on Apple, on iTunes, at Ask Julie Ryan. And what's the other thing? God, I'm blanking. Follow me on Instagram. Oh, get my blog. Sign up for my newsletter at AskJulieRyan.com. So those three things, AskJulieRyan.com, follow me on Instagram at Ask Julie Ryan, and leave a review on Apple, iTunes. And I will choose a lucky winner, and we'll have a whole hour to talk about whatever you want to talk about. So that'll be fun. All right, let's go ahead and go to the phones and see who we have first. I believe it's Maria. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Julie.
How are you?
I'm great. Thank you.
Good. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm calling from London in the UK.
London. What time is it there, girl?
It's just gone past 1 a.m.
Oh, my gosh. What are you doing up so late?
I set my alarm so that I could call into the show.
Oh, sweet thing. Everybody, Maria took my class. She's one of my graduates. She's one of my star pupils, aren't you?
The class is just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. And Maria, tell everybody what you do for a living.
I'm a doctor. She's a medical doctor.
She's a physician. So, do you use anything that you learned in the class in your day-to-day seeing patients?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I use some of the tools that we learned for myself, but then I also teach them to some of my patients, and it's just life-changing for them as well. They walk out of the room and it's as though a weight has just been lifted off their shoulders, and they leave the room smiling. It's amazing.
Oh, good. Wow, what a joy to have you in the class and as one of our students. That was just amazing. So, well, do you have a question for me this evening? I'm so honored that you got up in the middle of the night to call into the show.
I do. So it was a past lives question about my two eldest daughters, if possible. So currently, the relationship between my two eldest, it's never been great, particularly from the eldest towards the middle one. And it's been for many years. They're now 15 and 13, but even other people have noted how, sometimes they joke that the eldest one seems to be missing a compassion gene towards her younger sister. And really, I sometimes think, gosh, if the middle one was drowning, I think the elder one might just look on and watch rather than, whereas it's the complete opposite the other way around. And so I was just wondering whether they had been in a past life in a relationship that had some conflict, and whether, if looking at that and highlighting it, might be able to ease their relationship and improve it now, currently.
Okay. Well, great question. You know, some of it just has to do with sisters and birth order. Really. Sure. It's just, I don't know. Did you have a sister?
No.
Well, I think some of it's just their age and it's competition and it's birth order stuff, but it's been like that since the beginning of time, since the second one was born?
It has since they were very young, actually, and I don't know if it's jealousy from the first towards the second, or if something happened when they were much younger that has done that. But as it was from a very young age, I wondered if there was something from the past.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get them on my radar and let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get you on my radar first. And how I do that, Maria, and everybody listening, is I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit, because we're all spirits attached to a body having a human experience. And when we're attached to a body, we vibrate more slowly just because the body has mass. And I turn my abilities on and off at will, Maria, like you know how to do, since you took my class. And so I'm going to watch a laser beam come from my body here in Birmingham, Alabama, and it's going to hook into you in London. And then we'll do the past life thing. So I've connected to you already. And how I do past life stuff is I envision myself in this endless hallway. Very narrow, very tall ceilings, and the walls are full of 12-inch by 12-inch square mirrors. Each mirror represents a different lifetime. And I will ask a question, Maria, and then the mirrors that correlate with the lifetimes that correspond with what your question is will come out from the wall as if they're on a hydraulic arm. And then I'll say, show me the one that correlates the most, and that one will come out the farthest, and then I'll envision myself walking into the mirror. And then I'll be shown a scene, and we'll get some information. So what's our question?
So the question is, have they had a relationship in a past life where there has been great conflict?
Okay. All right. And tell us their names so we can be specific.
Sure. So it's Claudia is the eldest one, and Renata is the younger one.
Okay. All right. So the question is, have Maria's daughters, Claudia and Renata, been in a past life or many past lives together that would be affecting the conflict in this current lifetime? Does that sound fair?
Perfect, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going down the hallway. Like I'm walking down this hallway. I feel like Alice in the Looking Glass, you know, in Alice in Wonderland. Do these girls have any past lives? Tons of them, Maria. Tons of mirrors are coming up from the wall. All right. In which it's affecting, show me the one that is affecting this current lifetime the most. That one's coming out down on the left side. I see myself jogging down this hallway, and I'm in front of that mirror. So I'm walking into the mirror. Okay, so the year 1729 in Barcelona. Interesting. All right, so what happened? Well, they were both men, and they were bullfighters. Oh, my gosh. They're in a ring. They're in a ring, and it's not a bullfight with an audience, but they're practicing. They're matadors. Well, that's wild. You know how I always say I can't make this stuff up, Maria? How funny. All right, so competitive as heck, you can imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. Renata was the one she was like the champion, and Claudia was the one that was trying to beat her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I get that they really just didn't like each other at all because they were so competitive. All right, so let's fast forward. What I'm hoping is that once they were done being matadors, that they grew to like each other like when they were older. No, that didn't happen. All right, so let's see what we can do to remove that past life memory from the girls. That one little nuance of that past life, which made them so competitive. And then oftentimes it can have an outcome on this lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've watched is I've watched a laser beam go from you, and it bifurcated. Went into Claudia and went into Renata. And so I'm asking them for their permission if I can remove this one little nuance in past life. Well, Claudia's not too interested in having it removed. Okay, so Renata's fine with it. It will help you get along better with your sister. She's saying, so I'm communicating telepathically with your older daughter, Claudia, right now. She's saying she's a pain, that her sister's a pain. She just doesn't care to have a relationship with her at all. She says she follows her around like a puppy. Is that true? Well, of course. She idolizes her because she's her older sister, probably, right?
She does, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Well, I'm not going to remove that past life memory because she doesn't want it removed right now. But I think, Maria, what might make sense is to explain to them what we saw. 1729 Barcelona, they were both bullfighters. And they're really not bullfighters in this lifetime. And they need to understand that this is just part of growing up, and eventually they're going to want to have a relationship with each other and be close. And I get that they will, Maria.
Okay. Oh, that's a great relief.
I get that they'll be very close. And it may not be until Renata's maybe around 25. I'm getting like late 20s, it might be even. But I think that do things come easier to Renata than to Claudia?
In some aspects, yes.
Yeah. So I think there is a jealousy thing going on a lot of fronts. Just because she's a little sister and she's a pest. But I think she works harder at things than Renata does, and she resents that. That she thinks Renata, doesn't have to work as hard. Does that resonate?
For certain things, it resonates. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Does that help at all?
It does. No, it really does. And I told the girls that I was going to call in, and funnily enough, Claudia said, "I don't care." So because I said to them, "Is that okay? Do I have your permission?" And Claudia literally replied, "I don't care." And Renata was like, "Yeah, sure." So it really corresponds. But I'm going to talk to them when they wake up. And I think it helps hugely. Thank you ever so much.
You're welcome. All right, we'll go back to bed. Sweet dreams. Thanks for getting up and calling in.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you.
Okay. All right, sending lots of love your way.
Likewise. Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
Okay, bye-bye. By the way, you guys, the class for February is full. So if you're thinking about taking my class, the new dates are up, and it's the last 2 Saturdays in April and the first 2 in May, for those of you that are interested. But on last week's show, I said I would send out a note just as a reminder to anybody that wanted to sign up for the class, and the class filled up before I could send it out. So that's why I didn't do it. So just wanted to let you know. Okay, let's go back to the phone. And so I'm really excited, by the way, about that, about this new class. This will be the 5th angelic attendance class. And so about 60 people, including this class, will have gone through already. That's a lot in a year, I think. And we just have a ball. It's life-changing. Okay, so let's go back to the phones, and we've got Kathy next. Hi, Kath.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, girl?
Pretty good. I have my usual sidekick with me, my cat Katie.
Oh, good.
I
got to tell you a cute story really fast, Kathy, about the cat.
Sure.
About a cat.
Yeah.
I talked to a client yesterday, and she sent me a video last night, and I'm waiting for permission for her to let me post it, and I will on social media if she gives me permission. But she was babysitting her toddler granddaughter, who is just this darling little girl, blonde curls. Oh, my God. But you see a picture of her. She is so cute. And she pointed up at the wall, and she said, and she can only say a few words. You know, she speaks like half English, half Martian, as toddlers do. and she pointed up to the wall, and she said, kitty cat. And she pointed to a box with my client's cat's ashes in it.
No way.
She said to me, there is no way this baby would know there was a cat's ashes in that box. And she's got this little shrine on the wall. She's got like little Virgin Mary statues and stuff. And she this baby pointed at the box and she said, kitty cat. And so my client said, how did you know that? And she asked me, and I said, because little children are very psychic. And we don't start closing down our psychic abilities till we're about 7 or 8, but that's a great example of it. So anyways, just made me think of that remarkable story with the cat. So anyway, so thanks for letting me tell that story. How is Miss Katie the cat?
Well, so this is like a follow-up question kind of to last week with her. And I'm trying to like read her energy and read what's going on, but I'll make it fairly concise. Hopefully here I wrote notes so I wouldn't get off track too much. So I thought she had a bladder infection. She was crying. You know, anybody with cats, they're pretty obvious when they're, you know, like she'd go in and she was trying to pee and she couldn't, but she'd have like little teeny drops. And then she would like, if for some reason she always wants to go over and pee on the heat vents. And I'm like, no, don't do that.
Oh, good Lord.
Would be hard to clean out. So anyway, a friend of mine has 20 cats. Tracy, they used to live on her farm with all the kitties. And she came and met me and gave her some fluid because I thought she was dehydrated because that happens to her. And she's ended up in the kitty ER in Oklahoma when I was visiting friends, and it cost me $1,500. So I try to keep this from happening. So, but I guess my question is, my sense is there's something going on with her that I'm not picking up. It's almost like I'm too close to it because I love her so much, and she's I can't still tell. But interestingly, she knows that she knew I was going to ask to talk to you about this, because when she heard your voice, she got up from her pillow over on the love seat and came over and sat right next to me right by the phone. So she's smart enough to know that I was going to ask about her. So, I guess I'm wondering, is it really a health-related thing? Is it a behavioral thing? You know, we've got more cigarette smoke than we want here. Is it an emotional thing? One of my close friends, who's becoming a pretty good energy reader herself, is telling me it's me. She's like, it's you and your obsessions. You need to chill out. And I'm like, well, I'm trying, but I worry about her. She's like my kid.
Yeah. All right.
So,
well, Kathy, am I on speaker? Can you get me off speaker if I'm on speaker, please?
I just hate holding it up to my face, but I will for talking.
I know.
Okay.
It's just I'm getting reverb. I'm getting feedback when it's
on
speaker. So that's all right. And please tell everybody where you're calling from.
Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton. Okay. All right. So I've connected to you while you were telling us about Katie. And tell everybody how old Katie is. She's getting up there in age, I know.
She's about 16 now, which for cats is about 80 years old.
Yeah. All right. So I've connected to Katie from you. So laser beam to you in Dayton, and then from you to Katie. I think she's got an infection. I think she's got a bladder infection is what's going on. So I think it's a bacterial infection.
See, that's what I thought, but I don't know what to do.
Have you taken her to the vet? Did they test her urine?
Well, I I owe my vet too much money. They won't.
Okay.
She's had like 3 emergency type things since we've been back from Oklahoma, and that's only like 3 years
Okay.
ago. So they're like, until you get the bill paid down, you're on your own.
Yeah.
So, and I went to the emergency vet with her, and they wanted like $800, and I'm like, well, we're not doing that either.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. I
wonder if there's like a call-in, like a telemedicine vet thing, like they have for people. You know, you can do the telemedicine thing. What I've got antibiotic energy on her bladder right now. I think she has a bladder infection. Is what I'm seeing.
See, that's what I thought too, but yeah. So
my
friend Tracy with the 20 cats
was
like, is she peeing? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, then she doesn't have a bladder infection. That's her perspective. And I was like, well, I don't think that's quite right.
That's what I'm seeing. So hopefully this energetic healing will help, and hopefully it'll buy you some time until you can get her seen by somebody.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps. I'm sorry she's feeling funky.
Can I ask a real quick question?
Let me come back to you because I got a whole bunch of people on hold, and then I'll come back to you if I have time.
It'll just take like a couple seconds.
Okay.
Convenia. Does that medication sound like it would be effective? That's what they usually give them for this. No.
I got a no on that. I got a no.
Okay,
so
thank you.
I got to run. I'm going to put you on hold, and I hope she feels better. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. You're welcome. All right, let's go to Miss Darcy next. Hi, Darcy. Hi, Darcy.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Right,
there I am.
That's okay.
I was printing things, and it was like making this loud noise. I'm like, oh, I got to mute myself. So.
Oh, well, thanks. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm calling from the Bay Area in California.
San Francisco. You guys are so funny in the Bay Area because you all say I'm coming from the Bay Area, which people know that in California, but, you know, people in Iowa maybe don't know that. So I always tease people, you know, from the Bay Area. Susie, I know you're on hold, and she goes, "What? I'm calling from the Bay Area." Okay, well, San Francisco Bay, Seattle Bay.
And I'm excited. I have a meeting scheduled with you in a couple of weeks, but I thought I'd try to call in and see if I could talk to you. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, you got a question for me?
I have a quick question. Actually, I'm calling about my mother-in-law, and I just was wondering if you could do a health scan on her.
Yeah, if she'll let me. Did you talk to her about me doing a scan on her?
No, I didn't. I don't know. She's sometimes hard to communicate. She's in her 80s, and she's very vivacious, but she's got a lot of health issues. And one in particular.
What's her name, Darcy? What's her first name? Betty.
B-E-T-T-Y.
All right. And does she live in San Francisco near you?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay.
She lives with us.
So she lives with you?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got you. Watch my laser beam go from you to Betty. And, okay, Miss Betty, I'm talking to Darcy, and she wants me to scan you energetically. Would that be okay? She says, I don't know what that means. Okay, so I'm gonna look at you energetically, and it's kind of like I'm looking at an X-ray of you. And she's saying, I don't understand. Maybe if you explain it to her, Darcy, but so I'm not going to scan her because it's an ethical thing for me. I won't scan somebody that doesn't give me permission.
Dementia, so it could be that,
Okay, well, talk to her about it anyways, but we can ask some questions. I don't believe that's an invasion of privacy because their spirit's only going to tell us what it wants us to know versus me looking at an X-ray of her. So what's questions? A couple of questions about her health?
Well, she's got this boo-boo on her. She ran into something and has like a open wound on her shin, and it's been there for probably 3 months, and they have not been able to get it healed up. So I was just wondering if there's anything you can see that she can do that would help her.
Yeah. She needs to go to a wound care clinic, and they specialize in that. Is she diabetic?
No.
Okay. Well, she's just 80, so, she's probably not healing as easily as she did when she was younger. So I would get her into a wound care clinic and then talk to her about the work that you and I do together. And sometimes, even if somebody has dementia, that's all they need. Because when somebody's knocking on their door and they don't know who they are or what they're doing, you know, they're reluctant to give me permission. But mention that to her, and then I'll see if I can do a healing on her.
Very into medicine, and so maybe this is just kind of something she's never heard of. So, yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah. So try that. But I would talk to her doctor about referring her to a wound care clinic. They do amazing things at those clinics and get wounds, you know,
and
cleaned
she's been
up.
Having respiratory. She has COPD, so I thought maybe that if you were scanning her, if you saw anything there as well. But
yeah. No, but the COPD makes sense with the wound because she's not getting as much oxygen as, you know, somebody who doesn't have it. So that makes total sense, though, with the wound being slow to heal. And those guys at those wound care clinics are going to know all about that.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
They'll be able to help you. Okay, well, I'll look forward to having you for a whole hour in a couple of weeks.
Good. Thanks.
Okay. Take care. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, let's see who's next. I believe it's Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Julie.
How are you, girl?
Sorry about that.
Thank you. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
We are right outside of Birmingham, Alabama, not far from you.
Hot dog. Sweet home, baby.
Yes, ma'am. Ready for the warm weather.
Good. Yes. Oh, please. Our weather is great compared to what most of the country is in January. So I laugh when people say, oh, my gosh, I'm ready for spring. I'm going, it was 62 degrees here today. It was beautiful. Then sunny.
Yeah, it was beautiful today. It was great. Yeah. His.
Well, you got a question for me?
Minnesota. Well, I do. I was actually wondering. I've had some health issues in the past, so I was wondering if you could do a medical scan, and then I also had a question about our house. So. Okay. Which one? I'll let you do one, and then I'll put you on hold, and if I have time, I'll come back around. So, which one do you prefer? Yes, ma'am. She said only one, honey. So we're going to do the medical part, if you can, please.
Okay. Do you have a question in particular you want me to check just for time's sake, Lisa?
So my doctors diagnosed me with lupus, systemic lupus, about 2 years ago, and then another doctor came in and said that he didn't think that's what was wrong. So.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to you, my laser beam, to a nanosecond because you're so close to me. Okay, got you. Shoot energy from your feet up to the top of your head. Does Lisa have systemic lupus? I get a yes. You do.
Yes.
So I'm seeing inflammation. Tell us about what your symptoms are.
I stay inflamed. My CRP level, the C-reactive protein level, is like at 18 most of the time. But the symptoms is just achy, hurting, just achy, not feeling well, tired. And I'm not used to it. Like I'm excited all the time. Like I like doing things, and I have kids, and I want to be active and do stuff, but it's got me down. So.
Oh, I bet. All right. So inflammation, Lisa, looks to me like red fog on body parts. And so I've applied anti-inflammatory energy to you to get that inflammation calmed down, and that will hopefully make you feel better in the short run. In the long run, what I'm doing is I'm looking at your gut because food is the best medicine, and there's all kinds of reports, especially from functional medicine doctors, about patients with lupus being able to heal their bodies with diet and some, digestive enzymes and things like that to get the inflammation calmed down. So I'm looking at that. If you email me, Julie at AskJulieRyan.com, Lisa, I'm going to send you a link to get a gut biome test that you can do at home. And it's a poop test. It sounds very glamorous, I know. But you can do it at home. You don't need a doctor's order. And it'll test what the status of your immune system is, because that's where our immune system is based, is in the gut. But more importantly than that is it will tell you what your superfoods are for you to eat to help you get a robust immune system to help heal your body. And it will tell you what the foods are to avoid. It comes with a phone app. It's really amazing. It was developed at Los Alamos, and it's used for public health, and also by NASA. They use it with the space station astronauts because they want to see what zero gravity, looks like. And so if you email me, julie@askjulieryan.com, I'll send you a link for that test, and it's for half off. That would be the first thing I would suggest that you consider doing, because food is the best medicine. But I do get that I am getting a positive on the lupus right now. Okay. But that's a moment in time, and remember, the body has an amazing capacity to heal.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Are you on, what kind of medication are you on?
Right now I'm not on anything. I am trying to just go natural and, Yeah.
Good. Yeah, well, this will be right up your alley, and it will help a lot.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Julie.
You're welcome. Okay. Thanks for calling. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody. We do this show every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. The call-in number is 712-770-4160, and the access code is 533677#. You can find this information a whole bunch of different places on my website at AskJulieRyan.com. If you scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, you'll see all this call-in information. It's also in the show notes. Anywhere you download podcasts, if you just pull up the show notes, you'll see the call-in information there. I posted on social media, Ask Julie Ryan on Instagram and Ask Julie Ryan on Facebook. I post it every Thursday, just as a reminder. We're also on Alexa and on YouTube, Ask Julie Ryan, both places. And I send out a blog each week. And in the body of the email, it says, hey, remember, call in. And here's the call-in information. When you're on my site, please sign up for a private appointment, and then we'll have a whole hour to discuss whatever it is you want to talk about. There are different things that I list on my site, like a medical scan, PET scan, past life, whatever. When it's your hour, we can do any combo platter of any of that stuff that you want to do, as much as time allows. And so it makes it really fun. And we'll laugh a lot, I promise. Even if you got something serious going on, we laugh a lot, and it's a blast. So consider doing that. Okay, this week our question comes from Sherry, and Sherry lives in Burley, Washington, and she said, hi, Julie. How can I find out if someone I know is okay, ill, or has passed? Thanks, Sherry. And here's my response. I thought short and sweet and to the point, but interesting concept and interesting question. Hi, Sherry. There are lots of ways to find out about someone. The obvious ones involve calling, texting, asking the person's family members or mutual friends, and even searching social media. Sounds like none of those choices are applicable in this situation, so let's utilize telepathic communication, which is part of what I call woo-woo. That's my general term for all things spiritual, woo-woo. Mental telepathy has been used for millennia by indigenous cultures like the Australian Aborigines, who've been able to communicate across vast distances in the outback, and Peruvian tribes in the Andes. Likewise, all of us have, at some point in our lives, experienced telepathic communication. Sometimes we call that intuition. Have you ever thought of someone and then, within a short period of time, either seen them or received a call or text from them? We often think it's just a coincidence when this happens, but it's a great example of telepathic communication between two people. An article in Smithsonian Magazine on October 2nd, 2014, titled, quote, Scientists Prove That Telepathic Communication is Within Reach, end quote, says, Alvaro Pascual Leon, director of the Berenson Allen Center for Non-Invasive Brain Stimulation at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center and a neurology professor at Harvard Medical School, that's a mouthful to describe this guy, hopes this and forthcoming research in the field will one day provide a new communication pathway for patients who might not be able to speak. Pascual Leon's experiment was successful. The correspondents neither spoke nor typed nor even looked at one another, and they communicated without any of those methods. So all you have to do is think of a person and ask them a question either aloud or in your head. Their answer will immediately come into your mind and feel like a thought. It's really that easy. You can ask any person, alive or deceased, any question, and they will respond within a second. That's telepathic communication, and all spirits, whether attached to a human body or in non-physical form, can and do communicate telepathically. If you think about the answer for more than a second, that'll be your brain answering you. And remember, spirits are really literal, so be as specific as possible when communicating with them. Learn to trust the answers you get. The more you practice, the more validation you'll get, and the more comfortable you'll be with the accuracy of the answers you receive. This is part of what we learn in my class, you guys. You can communicate with any spirit, whether it's attached to a body in a live human person, whether it's an animal, like Katie the cat with Kathy, whether it's, a horse you see driving down the road. It doesn't matter if it's somebody that's deceased. If you want to communicate with somebody on the other side of the world that's alive, it doesn't matter. It's like our spirit, every one of our spirits has its own radio broadcast frequency. And all we have to do is think of that person, and we can communicate with them telepathically. And it's really pretty easy once you start practicing it and doing it. And so that's your answer, Sherry. If you can't find out the regular ways, try this. Try communicating with them telepathically, and I bet you get some information. So thanks for such a great question. All right, let's go back to the phones and see who's next. I believe our next caller is Ariane. Hi, Ariane.
Hi, Julie.
How are you?
Hi, good, thank you. Calling from Santa Monica.
Santa Monica, beautiful Santa Monica.
I know, it's lovely. It's like 70 degrees today. Don't hate us.
I know. It was beautiful in Birmingham, too.
Oh, awesome. Yay. Okay, there's two issues going on. One of them is my inner ear is always itching. And I've had this issue for quite some time, and sometimes it gets better and it doesn't itch as much, and sometimes it just is worse now. And I eat really clean, so I'm always very confused in what's creating it. And then I just had a breakout of this week of cold sores on my face. I had one on my lip, and I didn't know it was a cold sore, and then I transferred it to my nose. And so I just wondered if you could help me with the virus. Yeah, that's in me now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, the inner ear itching is it's an allergen. You're allergic to something.
Okay.
It's funny because as soon as I said that, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. So I'm picking up. I'm plugged into you. Don't excuse me ahead of time. But I'm thinking, oh, my God, psychosomatic here. I'm plugged into you, and I'm saying, okay, it's some allergen, and then it's probably going to make me sneeze. So environment, what's going on in your environment? I mean, this time of year, you don't have a lot of stuff that's blooming yet.
Yeah, and because it's been ongoing for so many years, so I don't know what would be in my home. I mean, I have dust. I mean, it's just the regular stuff. So that, and I used to have a cat, but I don't have a cat anymore. So I don't know what specifically would be inside my home or in the air that would be triggering me, consistently for so many years.
Yeah. So mold spores. That could trigger it sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a test you can do. It's called the ERMI test, ERMI, and you don't need a specialist to do it. You can order it. Just look up ERMI, Google it. Ask the Google.
Okay.
ERMI.
Yes.
It stands for something like Environmental something Mold Index.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
So I would consider doing that. It's an environmental thing in your home. I think you don't have it as much when you're outside of your home. Do you notice a difference?
I don't so much because actually I was gone for like 3 weeks over Christmas, and there wasn't a difference. So I didn't notice it, and there was not a difference.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm getting it's environmental right now.
Okay.
I would try that mold index test. and see.
Okay.
And Santa Monica's at the beach, so, it's moist there.
The what? It's what?
It's moist in Santa Monica because you're right next to the beach.
Right. Anytime anyone does any type of mold test, I'm 2 blocks from the beach, so of course there's mold spores. Like, there's no way there's not, basically. Right. So that's where it's tricky. It's like, well, how do I, I'm always going to have mold spores, basically.
What you may want to do is go to the Home Depot and get one of those really heavy-duty HEPA filters for your HVAC.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I have 2 HEPA filters in my home, but I can get more. I can certainly up them.
No, I mean that hooks into your furnace and your air.
We don't have
air conditioning.
We don't have
it.
No, we don't have.
Yeah. Okay. But those fancy HEPA filters at the Home Depot, they sound like they're going to be really expensive. They're like $12 instead of a $6 regular filter. So it's worth paying the extra money.
Yeah, I have those.
So I would try that. All right, and in the meantime, on the cold sores, I'm zapping it's like I have a lightsaber, like in Star Wars, and I'm just zapping that virus, and then it's so funny because once the virus gets zapped, it's like I laser the crap out of it and zap it, and then it leaves these empty carcasses. What's the plural of carcass? Carcae? I don't know. Carcasses? I don't know. So I'm sucking them out now of your energy field. Like, have you ever seen a ladybug after it dies and it gets all dried up and it just leaves this little dried up carcass? Yes. That's what it looks like, but your carcasses are clear. So I'm just sucking all them out of your energy field. There is a lip balm. It comes in the form of a chapstick kind of packaging, and it's called Cold Sores Be Gone. And they've got one for canker sores be gone. Do you use that?
No, I've never seen it. Okay, Cold Sores Be Gone. I'll just pick that up tomorrow.
It's fabulous. It's fabulous. Okay. My husband gets cold sores, and I buy it for him. It's expensive. It's like $10 for one of those little chapstick deals. But they've got it at Whole Foods. They've got it at Sprouts. I don't know about other stores, and you can find it online. But look at Cold Sores Be Gone. It's all organic. It really works great. So, and I think I've seen on the packaging that even if you feel one coming on, if you start using that stuff, that it will help make it go away.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll get that. I'm taking medication and I have other stuff for it too, but I just wanted to pull that virus out. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you lasering that virus, and I will I'll probably get another filter for my home and check that out. Okay, thank you so much, Julie.
I felt powerful with my lightsaber. The first time I used a pressure washer, I was pressure washer on our patio or something, and Tim said, now don't be a maniac. But I said, God, this is like a lightsaber. It's great. It's like powerful. And he said, yeah, it'll lightsaber your leg off if you get it near your body. So pay attention.
Oh, that's funny.
So, it's like I have my lightsaber, and it gets viruses and, parasites and junk like that out of energy fields. So it's kind of fun. So good luck with your ears. I hope those filters help.
Thank you so much. Okay, thanks. Have a great night. Okay,
take care. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's see who's next. I believe it's Lori. Hi, Lori.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, I'm hanging in there.
You don't sound so great. Where are you? Where are you calling us from?
Blaine, Washington State.
Okay. All right. Well, got a question for me? You sound like you're in pain.
Oh, well, I'm anxious about my medical problem.
Okay. What's your medical problem? Got a question for me?
Tumor on my kidney, and trying to find the transportation to get 147 miles to Seattle to get the biopsy, to get the cryoablation, and then, I only have one kidney with the tumor has grown another whole centimeter, a centimeter in the last 6 months. And, and when it gets to a certain point, then it starts spreading, and I got people thinking, that have the opinion that I should just get the, kidney surgery instead of getting the, biopsy and the cryoablation and, trying to avoid that really risky kidney surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have a lot of people like just even fighting me because I'm, because I'm trying to stay alive and they want me to, die.
Oh, I don't think they want you to die, but they're just trying to give you good, what they feel would be good for you. So how may I help you?
Well, I'm wondering what do you see about that tumor? Do you think it's cancer? And I'm doing the right thing, getting the, the biopsy and the cryoablation first? And
I do.
I get you. Huh?
I do.
You
I
do
think that I do. Yes. Yeah. What I've done is I've encapsulated it while we've been talking, Lori, and and I'm going to see if I can remove it energetically. But it's pretty good size. And are you on dialysis now?
No.
Okay. Have they talked to you about dialysis?
Oh no, because no, they haven't. I mean, I'm just having a really struggle just to try to get transportation to the procedure.
Mm-hmm. You know what? You may want to try calling. Call your county and see. A lot of times they'll have transportation for medical stuff, and if they don't, they may be able to refer you to somebody.
Yeah, I got a ton of numbers, but
yeah, I would give them a call and see how they can help. In the meantime, I've encapsulated the tumor. I've pulled it out, and hopefully that's going to help. But yes, I think you need medical attention on this, and I think the sooner the better on that. So the way healings work is, well, I don't, I think it makes sense for you to go see a doctor about this, but call your county and see if they can refer you to somebody that can help you with transportation.
And do you think that procedure will go smoothly?
Very, yes.
Oh,
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, good luck. Keep us posted on how you're doing.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You bet. Bye-bye. Okay, so if anybody lives in near Blaine, Washington, and can help Lori, email me, julie@julieryan.com, and I will backtrack Lori down and we'll hook you up together. So if anybody listening can help or knows of anybody that can help. Lori, in the meantime, I know you're still on. Why don't you email me your email address, julie@julieryan.com, and if somebody contacts me, then I will get you in touch with them too. So that's something maybe that we can do to help. All right. LaShonda is next. Hi, LaShonda.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Pretty good. Thank you.
Terrific. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
West Palm Beach, Florida.
West Palm. What you got for me? You got a question?
I do. Just wanted to ask a question, just to follow up on. I have routine lab work done. My doctor did a, a complete metabolic, whatever. Didn't make it encompassed a lot of things, even though they were just checking, for one condition. But I did notice one of the labs being on the low side for the creatinine and bun ratio. And I was just wondering, do you?
That's kidney stuff.
It is? Okay. He didn't say anything about it. It fluctuates depending on the day. He just says it's a snapshot in a day and time at any given time, but he didn't say it was anything to worry about at that time. So I just wanted to double check with you.
I don't get it's anything to worry about. I agree. It's a snapshot in time, and who knows when what you'd been doing right before you had the test? Was it right before that? Was it right after the holidays, or had you been out partying hardy before you had the blood test done?
No.
You been a party girl?
Not at all. No, it's for the anemia.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah. I don't get it's a problem, LaShonda.
Okay, and I guess I ought to stay off of Google. It's probably not my friend.
Well, yeah, you know. Oh, yeah. So I'm flushing your kidneys right now while I've got you on my radar.
Oh, thank
and
you.
Just getting that flushed out. But, no, I think you're fine. I wouldn't worry about it. See, you're going to get it retested, I would imagine.
Yes, yes, I go periodically to do just that. So, yes, in March.
Okay. Yeah, see what happens there. You know, so much of this stuff that we worry about, it doesn't warrant worrying, and then we just, we fret about it. And like your point, you read all this stuff on Google and you think, oh my goodness, how am I going to survive this? And it just doesn't really pertain to you. So I think you look just fine. I think you're fine.
Thank you. Thank you. Because both those on their own were saying. I apologize. I was talking while you were. I said both of those on their own, when they just tested the creatine and the bun separately, they were fine. They were in the normal range. But when they did the ratio, I just thought I'd ask. Wow.
Well, see, you left that they were in the normal range out of your question, and I think you look just fine. So that just confirms it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Go read something fun online.
Yes.
Like how to arrange flowers or something. All right. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye. Oh, funny. All right. Let's see who's next. I believe it's Denise. Hi, Denise.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Good. How are you? Good. Where are you calling from?
From Buffalo, New York.
All right. Good. You got a question for me?
I don't have a question, but my son, Darian, has a question for you. Is that okay?
Okay. Sure.
Darian.
How old is Darian? Hi, Darian.
Hello, I'm 11.
11. Great. What's your question, sir?
Well, I had two, but the one that really stands out to me was I've been having stomach aches and headaches for a while, and it's been consistent. So I wanted to know why I've been having them.
Okay. All right. Do you notice that you get them when you eat certain foods, or are they just all the time? Do you wake up with them, Darian? When do you have them?
Usually, I have motion sickness all the time, so I wear these motion sickness bands to keep me good.
Mhm.
And I get
sickness.
headaches. Yeah, and I get my headaches when I'm I wouldn't say I would say mostly when I'm on a screen or something.
Mhm.
But yeah.
You get your headaches when you're on the train? Is that what you said?
On the bus.
On the bus, like the school bus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, those things don't have great shocks. They're not like a smooth ride like in a car, are they? They're pretty bumpy.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Usually I notice in the mornings my stomach and head never hurt, but it's in the afternoon.
Your stomach hurts in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting your stomach has to do with what you're eating. So here's a real easy way to eat food that's going to help you. Food is the best medicine, Darian.
Yeah.
And a really easy way to remember it is, if God made the food, eat it. If man made it, avoid it.
Yeah.
So, you look at an apple in one hand, and you look at a Snickers bar in another hand. Which one did God make?
Apple.
Yeah, and avoid the one that man made, right? So, even really little kids, when you talk to them about that, they can do that. I think that will help a lot. I think what I'm watching happen with your motion sickness is there's a thing called an maneuver, E-P-L-E-Y, Epley maneuver. And I'm watching that happen on you right now. There are these little crystals inside the inner ear, and they get out of whack. And so you can find a practitioner that can do the Epley maneuver, and I think that will help you with your motion sickness. I think your headaches and your stomach aches are coming from what you're eating. So try and keep it low on the food chain. You know, if God made it, eat it. If man made it, avoid it. Try and avoid eating sugar. Try and avoid eating stuff that's processed, like crackers and cookies and cereal and stuff like that. I would cut out dairy in the short run and see if you feel better. So eat protein and fruits and vegetables and see if that makes you feel better. I would try that. And then have your mom look up Epley maneuver, E-P-L-E-Y, and see if she can find a practitioner in your area. In Buffalo, there'll be plenty of them, where she can get you evaluated, and hopefully that will help. I just watched it happen energetically. A lot of the time that will be enough, but sometimes you need like a little extra help from somebody that can help you in a doctor's office do it too. Because this energy healing work that I do, Darian, it works on the energetic field, and then it's got to integrate into the body. And sometimes when we have a doctor or a therapist help us with something, it just integrates faster. So it'll give you some relief. So I hope that helps. Thank you for calling tonight. What a treat to get to talk with you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Do you remember me?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So thanks for calling in.
On your ankle. Yeah, I do remember you did a healing on my ankle, so it's way better.
Oh, wonderful. Terrific.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I got to run, but thanks so much. Have a good weekend.
You're welcome. You too.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. We are out of time, but what a treat to talk to all these folks that called in. And please consider calling in next week. Send in your questions. Please leave an Amazon review for Angelic Attendance and also the new children's picture book, Angel Messages for Kids, which I'm getting great feedback on. The illustrations are really cute in it. And sign up for the free drawing next week. Follow me on Instagram, Ask Julie Ryan. Get my blog, AskJulieRyan.com. Sign up for that and leave a review on iTunes. With that, you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy watching the Super Bowl if you are into that. And until next time, take care. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow Julie on Twitter at AskJulieRyan and like her on Facebook at AskJulieRyan. For information on how you can ask Julie your question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.